This is for anyone who likes the minimalist look and feel of the row, specifically the fashion items and even more specifically the bags. I'm going to give you a little brand history and inside information if you are obsessed with these bags, and you're probably going to save a lot of money, so you're going to want to favorite this to come back to later. Let's get into it. This comes on the heels of me doing a short form video where I said I personally would not buy a bag from the row because you can get the same designer, the same quality leather, and very similar bags for like 30% less. The row is known for these very minimalist, ultra minimalist, high quality leather bags that, depending on the model you get, could be anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 and sometimes much more. But I want to introduce you to one of their former designers. This is Amy Zurek. You can already see the vibe is very similar. Just from this photo, you can see a lot of that brand DNA from the row very heavily present. Look at this woman. And look at these women. Back to Amy, and before anything, I need to tell you none of these brands sponsored me. None of them reached out to me. I'm just giving you some history that may save you a little bit of money or just give you a lot of information. Anyway, Amy helped build the row into what it is now and also breathed new life into Coach leather and into Kate. And if you're wondering, this designer spelled like this, yes, it's pronounced Kate. But a few years ago, Amy Zurek decided to break out and do her own thing entirely, and she started a brand called Savette. Savette has a very decidedly similar feel. The leathers are sourced from some of the same Italian suppliers as the row, because guess who was sourcing them to begin with? The edges are hand painted to perfection, and the stitching is 10 out of 10. But there are a few main differences, starting with price. It's still very expensive to produce bags like this with this quality leather, hand stitching, hand painting, like gorgeous details. So don't expect these bags to be cheap, but we're looking at under $2,000, which, like I said, is over 30% cheaper than bags from the row for pretty much the same bag. But there is another difference. Before we keep going, I'm going to put a bunch of my favorites in the description here, but I'm also going to give you some even cheaper alternatives at the end. If you really love this aesthetic, but you're like, whoa, I cannot justify $3,500 for a bag from the row. But let's continue. One thing that Amy has put on all of her bags is this signature oval clasp. That's very different from the row. The row is ultra minimalist. There is no obvious branding whatsoever. And even on Savette, which has very minimal branding, it's just that oval clasp, you would have a hard time knowing unless you're kind of a fashion insider. By the way, some of the smaller bags and clutches are a lot closer to $1,000, which you would absolutely never find at the row. But I do want to zoom in a little bit here on that clasp. This is what you're looking for. This is the Savette signature clasp. Now that you're familiar with it, if you see it around town, you can be a little snob and be like, oh, I love your Savette bag. One other cool thing that Savette offers that the row doesn't offer right now is free international shipping. So Amy Zurek doesn't care if you're in the US, if you're in Canada, if you're in Europe, if you're in Bermuda or Bahrain or anywhere in between. You buy a bag, she's gonna ship it to you for free. Let's get into a few much more affordable options because lots of people love this design aesthetic, but over $1,000 for a bag is not realistic for everyone, or some people just don't wanna spend it. Starting with this Italian leather shoulder bag, who do you think makes it? Who do you think? Just take a guess. Is it Eileen Fisher? Yeah. If you haven't already seen my video on the connection between Eileen Fisher and the row, that may blow your mind and you should go watch it. This one is under 200 bucks. It's $178. And again, don't worry, I'm linking it in the description of the video so you can find it, but that's a good value. And the same exact aesthetic as the row. Not gonna lie to you, the stitching is not at the same level, but it's still very good quality and it's nice leather, and you're gonna wear this bag into the ground. And then we have one of my absolute favorites. I have this bag in a tan color. I think it's gorgeous and it's convertible. It's really cool and very clever and really nice leather. Let's get a little close up on that leather. Now you can tell the stitching is sort of mid-range. It is good. It is good quality. It's gonna last you for years, but it's not quite at the row level. But honestly, for a bag that is in the few $100 range versus few thousands, 10 out of 10. If you want another video showing you how it goes from shoulder bag to backpack in like 2 seconds, I will happily do that again, but you can see all the colors here. And look at that price, 90% cheaper than anything from the row. M.Gemi also has loads of other Italian leather bags that are really cute and minimalist and chic and loads of leather colors, and typically they're all under $400. Once again, this is getting longer than expected. I'm gonna put a lot more information in the next free weekly newsletter. That information is here, and I'm gonna put all the bags we spoke about in the description, but what designer do we want covered next?